What's up, gamers?
Hey.
Hey. Dude, every episode has to start like that now, with a weird variation of just saying "What's up, gamers."
It should.
Yeah.
I like that.
I was on a game show as a child.
What?
I when I was a child,
Right.
I went to Universal Studios with my family. And while we were there, there was the Nickelodeon Center, right? And that's where they filmed all the live game shows that were played on Nickelodeon. And I'll have you know that I sat in the audience with my mom and dad during one of the filmings of one of these game shows. I do not remember what it was. I think it might have been Temple of the whatever it was called. Or it might
Hidden Temple.
Legend of the Hidden Temple, that's right. Or it might have been Double Dare.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't-
Double Dare.
Yeah, all I remember, here's what happened. I was sitting in the audience. I was wearing a Jurassic Park t-shirt.
All right.
And the host guy, I remember there was like, I guess like maybe two kids or two teams of kids competing or something. I think it was just two kids. And the host guy said, okay, we're going to create like two teams to compete against each other from the audience. So what he did is he started grabbing random kids from the audience. And I was the last kid picked, just like in high school. And he pointed at me and he was like, and you, the kid in the Jurassic Park shirt. And I was like, ah. So I like went down there and like my team and the other team, we faced each other. We had to line up in a line with like maybe about, I don't know, several feet of space between us. And the goal was to take a hula hoop and to like pass it like over us and like, you know, get it on the ground and step over it and then pass it to the next person as fast as possible. And the first team to do this and then the last person to run back to the like main kid that's actually the person competing in the contest or whatever to get the prize or whatever it was, that team wins. So, oh my gosh, I was standing there and dude, I put that, like I jumped through that hula hoop and I passed it and everything. And then I went back to my seat and I don't remember who won, if it was my team or the other team, I don't remember. But I went to my seat and I was like, wow, I'm going to be on TV. And if anybody can find some Nickelodeon game show with like some little kid with blonde hair in a Jurassic Park t-shirt, like jumping through a hula hoop, that's me.
That sounds like it'd probably be a Double Dare thing. 'Cause I don't think Legends of the Hidden Temple would do that.
Maybe. I don't know. But why do I say that? Why did I bring that up in relation to What's Up, Gamers? Because I tweeted about this the other day and I said, dude, like I'm trying to find like what was this show that I was on? I do not know. And someone tweeted at me, it was Fishy Lawn Gnomes, my friend Levi, and he said, I swear to God, if you were on TV and you did not like shout "What's up, gamers" as loud as you could like into a camera, I will be disappointed. I did not do that. That's my story.
Huh. I did not expect that coming into this episode.
Yeah, me neither, actually. I don't even know really where that came from. I just was like, oh, yeah, that's sweet. But yes, I've been on TV. You ever been on TV before?
Have I? I mean, I've been to like sporting events, so like maybe I was on during a sports game or something, but that'd probably be it.
You're like a pixel, like in the audience.
Yeah.
Just
or
going
like when they're doing they like go to breaks, they have like the post or like like in hockey, they'll have like intermission between periods. And then they have like people standing around the commentators being like, whoa! Like I might pop up on one of those because I'd walk by with like my hot dog or bratwurst.
Dude, that actually, you just reminded me. So I went to a baseball game with my dad growing up, and my dad loves baseball. Like, and we went to a Florida Marlins game. I'm not sure if it's the Marlins. I don't know anything about sports. I think it's the Marlins baseball team, whatever. The Florida people, Dolphins, Porpoise. Anyway, and we were there, and I remember at one point, my dad. I was really young. I don't even know how young. But I was sitting in my seat, and I think I stood up to like look around and get a better view. and my dad like tapped me on the shoulder, and he was like, look, and he pointed at like the big screen, and they had put the camera right on me, and I was just like, and I just looked around, and then I think like the guy in the stand, like one of the announcer people, was like, and that little boy looks like he's enjoying the game. And I just look super confused, like, what? So maybe I was on TV twice. I don't know.
Shit, dude.
If anyone can find that from like the 90s, like, then that's me.
Everyone, begin the search.
Begin the great search. You'll never find it. It's so, oh my gosh. It's like finding a needle in a haystack that's on fire underwater. You know what I'm talking about.
Wearing a Jurassic Park shirt.
Wearing a Jurassic Park shirt. Hey, don't diss my Jurassic Park shirt. I still have a Jurassic Park shirt to this day. I wore it yesterday. All right. Hold on. Don't do that. We don't want to get demonetized.
Oh, sorry.
Don't want the auto music detecting thing to work or to strike us.
We heard it. Not copyright. It's copyright. It's flagged.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We're good. All right. Do you want to introduce today's topic?
Yeah. We're talking about change.
Change. That's right. And we ain't talking about spare change. We're talking about change.
Yeah.
Life change.
Like,
I released a new video recently called Changing My Life.
whoa.
That's right. Did you watch it, Crendor?
I still haven't watched it.
All right. Well, guys, it's been a good episode. Okay.
I'm going to watch it. Trust me.
You should watch it. You'll shed a tear.
All right.
All right. A lot of people said they shed tears.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, it's real deep. It's real deep and emotional. It's like a blue whale swimming in the water. Yeah. No, like I released a video 2 days ago called Changing My Life. A very difficult video for me to release because in a nutshell, what the video is about is I talk about, I don't go into too much detail because it's very personal, but I pretty much say that for the past, man, how long has it been? Like 2 years or so. I've really been kind of struggling with a lot of things. Like a lot of crap has happened in my life. And so I kind of got to this point where I was just very, very low. And I was so demotivated. Like I didn't want to do anything. I had no goals. I had no desire to, make Nixxiom bigger or to I didn't really want to do anything with my life. Like I had essentially given up. Because my mind was polluted with this like statement of no, you can't, which it's sort of like whenever I would want to do something, it's that feeling of like, don't waste your time. It's pointless, like blah, blah, blah. Like maybe you'll just fail again, or maybe I'll get overwhelmed by the past or concerned about the future. And the video is pretty much me talking about how I went from that to where I am now, where I'm more like, yes, I can. Like I'm in this mindset right now where I've been, losing a ton of weight. I think like the last time I checked the scale, like I'm down like 8 pounds already of my 50-pound weight loss goal. So losing weight rapidly. Diet's completely under control. Have a lot more energy. Been spending time like going to places, doing whatever. Been mountain biking again, and it's just really cool, and it was awesome for me. Another reason why that video was so hard for me to release, because yes, it's personal, but it's not a kind of video I've ever released on my channel before. And seeing people warm to that and be like, wow, like this is really good content. Some people even saying it's like the best video I've ever made on my channel, was really cool. And now I'm like working on some new ones, not just like fitness stuff and self-improvement stuff, but also like things like Warhammer and blah, blah, blah. So I figured since that video is still sort of fresh, the topic for today's podcast could be change. like Friend just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
I mean, I agree. I agree.
I agree. Yes.
It's like a political thing. Like, I agree with everything that has been agreeable.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, I've definitely gone through some changes as somebody who's done YouTube for 10 and a half years. You're pretty much bound to. I mean, I remember when somebody was like, God, what was it? It was one of my pointless top tens or something like that. Someone's like, I missed 2012 Crendor, 2014 Crendor, and I was like, shit, dude, me too. I had a gallbladder and my stomach worked.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, that's like people change, people grow. Like, I go back and watch my old vlogs. I hate my old self. I would punch my old self in the face. Like, dude, I hate this kid.
Take his lunch money.
Take his lunch money.
Yeah.
And like, I've grown for the better. And of course, some things change. Like, I don't make as many WoW machinimas. I don't really do as much WoW stuff. I still enjoy WoW. I still make my pointless top tens here and there. I've made a couple recently, and I've enjoyed making them. But like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And like, if I'm doing something just because other people want me to do it, and I don't want to do it, then that's just, you shouldn't have to do that. And so, I think change is kind of just life. I mean, we watch stories all the time of people like go on a hero's journey, right? That's like one of the most common storylines. And the hero's journey is all about change. You start at one point, you go on an adventure, and then you end, and you've grown and changed as a person for the better, typically. So I think, life's about change. You're always changing. You're always growing. You're always evolving. And I feel like when people become stagnant, like those people that are, 60-year-olds that act like 20-year-olds, it's like they haven't changed, they haven't grown, and we kind of look down on those people in a sense, because you're not learning, you're not growing, you're not pushing yourself, you're not educating yourself, and like challenging yourself, really.
For me, I've certainly throughout my life, I mean, like I said, like everybody changes, as we learn new things, as we like have new experiences, like failed relationships, failed friendships, like successful relationships, successful friendships. Like, life happens and you change. It's definitely a fascinating ball game, though, when you're like a sort of public figure and you're changing the type of content and like how you're presenting yourself online, because something that really intimidated me, and I actually spoke to Crendor about this a lot, like, behind the scenes, before like I even really sat down to edit that video, is I was like, should I even make this? Because Nixxiom is this gaming guy. Like, that's who Nixxiom is, right? But he's all about video games and MMOs and like, WoW and like all that stuff. Like, should I really release a video on my channel of me saying like, hey, like, I struggle too, and this is where I've been, and like, dude, this is where I'm going. Like, are you coming? Like, get on the fucking train. Let's go. Is that appropriate for my channel? And around that time, I actually released a video on my YouTube channel where I talked about how like my passions and my interests for me personally have changed with YouTube. I got started as like this machinima guy. Like, I just made machinima. And people loved it, and that's like kind of what initially was my core audience, and then I started introducing more of me, like the person behind the Nixxiom character, and I was sharing my opinions, and I was releasing the occasional video of me playing like my tin whistle out in the woods or camping out in the woods, stuff like that. Also, I am pleased to say, Crendor, that there is another camping video coming. I have already spoken to my friend. I was like, yo, I need to go camping in the giant forest behind your behind your house. And he was like, all right.
Hell yeah, I'm ready.
It is coming. That's a day one watch. And yes, so I would like, and what I found is that a lot of people, they liked the gaming content, they liked the machinima and stuff, but a lot of people were more fans of me, like behind the scenes. And I think you probably experienced something similar to that, because you too got started with Machinima, and then you started sort of building a niche around yourself as this non-content creator, sloth guy, whatever. I'm just going to play what I want. I'm going to do what I want. Like, I'm going to live my life and I'm going to share it with you guys because that's what I do. That's my platform. And I'm going to share it in the form of non-content videos at Walmart, things like that. Or your recent masterpiece, reacting to a reaction of a reaction to a reaction of a reaction of a reaction.
Oh, yeah. No,
which is fantastic.
No, it's great. I honestly consider that, like, in itself, like some sort of like art. So it's like you kind of play, right? Art. Reaction videos have grown so much that, like, it's kind of a parody of the reaction video while also being a reaction video at the same time.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love making fun of just popular shit and kind of just, having fun with it. But, like, yeah, I'd say when I got started with WoW Machinimas, that's what made me get into YouTube, actually, was WoW Machinimas. And so I would say I didn't really be like, oh, man, I want to make specifically WoW videos. It was just kind of like I wanted to tell my stories I had, and it just so happened WoW was really good for that type of, I guess, platform, or like it was just a really good engine to use to create these stories. It's kind of a, like, comical, cartoony, goofy type of thing. Like, I don't want to make stories using like EverQuest or some shit. Yeah. Plus, I played WoW, so I knew a lot about like the community and all these things. So I was like, neat. And that just so happened over time that I started making more WoW-based videos of like types of people in your dungeons and stuff like that. And yeah, after a while, it's like I still enjoyed it, but you want to branch out because it's like if WoW dies, then you die with it because you're so tied to it.
Yeah, exactly.
And, yeah, so it's like it's a logical and smart decision to not be tied to just one game specifically, and to kind of just become your own thing with your own personality, because I think that's a better thing anyway, to just have people want to watch you for you and not because of like I don't know, like a video you make or a game you play. And so it's over time I did develop my non-content stuff, and I think a lot of it was thanks to Mindflame, the guy who made Illegal Danish and all those videos. He kind of just a wacky dude. And I remember even back then, he was like, it was before, I think, or right when Twitch started, he already had a platform where it was like put chicken in the bucket, and you would like give money for chicken and like get prizes and like redeem reward. He essentially created like a Twitch system before it even was developed. And I remember him being like, this is the future, man. You got to get in on this. But he kind of helped hone my non-content, because he would do wacky stuff on podcasts and everything like that. And I was like, yeah, this is fun. So I just always had the mindset of like, people want to watch people they like do things. And so non-content grew because I was like, oh, you know what? People want to watch, someone like Jesse or Dodge or me or TB or whoever do stuff. And it doesn't matter if they're eating cereal or if they're sitting on a couch watching TV for 10 minutes. Like, that's the whole premise. And then obviously I've evolved it even more to be like some wacky David Lynch-esque crazy shit. But like, I don't know. And then ever since then, like, I play other games, I do stuff, like, whatever. I kind of just do what I want now. And I think that's where I'm happiest, is just kind of doing what I want, and people can come along for the ride.
That's kind of like my objective with Nixxiom going forward, to like step out of like, they're really a lot of people actually said this in my video where I said, oh, it's time to come clean about a few things, and I was asking for feedback and advice. What do people want to see from Nixxiom? And a lot of people said, do not forget that you are your niche. Like, you are your own niche, like just you as a person. And that's what your YouTube channel should be. That's what your content should be. It's you expressing yourself. Like, for me personally, behind the scenes info here, something that I kind of struggled with for a bit is, I play games, and, I enjoy playing games and whatnot, but I also have a really, really big heart-on for like self-improvement. It's actually something that, me and Crendor talk a lot about, like behind the scenes. Like, we talk a lot about self-improvement, and those conversations leak into Two Nerds podcast. We talk about growth. We talk about the development. We talk about, like books that we've read, about psychology, about like how to build a business, like, working out. Self-improvement is a huge thing like in my life that I'm very passionate about. And I've always like hated the fact that I've always felt like I can't express that side of myself. Because, again, like, going back to what I said earlier, does a video about me saying, hey, I'm going to lose 50 pounds and I'm not going to cut my hair until I lose it. Like, does that video belong on Nixxiom? And the answer to that is yes. I was talking to a friend of mine a long time ago, because I know some people will say like, but some people aren't going to like that. Some people aren't going to like the new change in content. There's people out there that they just want to see the machinimas, whether it's from me or you. And I remember I was talking to someone a long time ago. I don't remember who it was. He was a smaller YouTuber. And I remember saying to him, I was like, here's the thing about machinima, or the content that you're creating, your niche. Like in my case, this is something that I learned. It doesn't matter if you make 10 machinimas or 10 mountain biking videos or 10 whatever it is you're making, 10 machinimas. Or it doesn't matter if you make 10,000 machinimas. The moment that you stop, people are going to attack you and say more. Like more. Like it doesn't matter. Like the consumer consumes. Like that's what they do.
And the only time that wouldn't happen is if you were still making them and they declined in quality and people are like, these aren't as good.
Yeah, exactly. I think even have you had that happen to you?
Yeah, I've had it happen a few times.
Yeah, because I think we've talked about that in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, these videos aren't as funny as like your old ones or whatever. Because I've had that happen to me.
Yeah.
Like, I created this little machinima universe around Nixxiom and Mukluk, introduced these characters, Anduin, the 58DK, like blah, 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 Ishnu Law guy. But there's only so many times that you can, like, like bring up these characters and make these jokes and, make fun of, like, class stereotypes and whatnot. Yeah. And so it's kind of like I reached a point, like when Mukluk, when he stepped away from doing internet work, I sort of was like, okay, well, now that Mukluk, like my machinima partner, is gone, like I too, like I'm done. I've made tons of machinimas. I think I'm done as well. And I was fine with that. But again, it's just people, they're going to want more. I mean, and that's fine. Like, I'm not hating on anybody for that. But I think it's important, and I'm learning this lesson more and more as like I experiment online with streams and with YouTube content and with whatever. I think it's very important if you're getting into the realm of being a YouTuber or a content creator to just remind yourself of that. Like, you are your niche. And expressing who you are is very important. And the video that I'm working on tonight is actually a video all about painting Warhammer. Which is the subject of last week's Two Nerds podcast episode. So you guys should definitely go check that out. And because that's something I'm doing right now. And I want to, honestly, there's a lot. Like I've got a huge list of sticky note ideas for videos. And the cool thing is every single one of them, whether they're a gaming video or a mountain biking video or anything, I'm pumped to like make them. So this is a change that I'm doing and I'm absolutely loving it, except for the cold showers. Oh my gosh.
No, it's cold. I'll do, before I get to my point thing, okay. I actually do showers where I do hot and then I'll turn it cold for like 30 seconds and then I go back to hot, and I do that like 2 or 3 times.
Nice.
And I love it. It's like it actually has a thing where, like, I guess it makes the blood go from your skin to your organs, so it's really good, and then it goes back to your skin. So it's also good for like cardiovascular.
I learned that when I was in Finland, because they do like the sauna and it's like hot as hell, and then you jump out into the snow and then you get back in the sauna.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah,
it's man, yeah, I love that. I love the heat to cold and everything, and I feel great after it too. You're like, woo.
I was taking cold showers.
Yeah, it's but yeah, with my YouTube stuff, like I've just loved doing Blood Bowl, and I've been doing fishing with Crendor for years. I've said it before, but like fishing with Crendor, I always wanted to do an interview show because I just wanted to learn about other people, and I just kept delaying it and delaying it. And then one day I was like, I'm just gonna do it, and then I did it, and now I'm like 56 episodes in, and I've interviewed like Brandon Sanderson, who's like a famous author. I've interviewed like big Twitch people and YouTube people. And it's like, I don't know, just it's like one thing that I do, but I really enjoy doing it. And it's one of those things where I don't even care how many views it gets. I just love like meeting and talking to new people in the YouTube streamer kind of just nerd type of community. And then Warhammer is like my most recent one where I'm just like, I just want to paint Warhammer and build Warhammer and do all that. So like, I didn't even care how many views my Warhammer channel got. Like, if it got like 20 views, I'm like, neat. I just enjoy doing it. Yeah, it's growing. And then it's just something I love doing. It's just a hobby. Yeah.
What would you do if you were not like a YouTuber or whatever? If you weren't doing what you're doing now as a job, what's your perfect job?
I've had people ask me that, and I honestly don't know. But if I had to, like, if I could have any job, I would probably be. Part of me wants to say like a sports announcer, which is funny because like I love sports,
Okay.
but I also don't want to travel all over doing that.
Yeah.
Like I would be a sports announcer that would only announce from like my home.
Okay. You're like watching the game on Twitch and like doing the announcements.
Yeah, like I would love doing that.
Okay.
Like next up to bat is Johnny Johnson batting .317, standing at 6'4", 230. He's got 42 home runs and 100 RBIs. Like I could do that. I used to do that even when I played sports games. I would announce them. So I was that loser.
Okay.
Just in my bedroom, I'd be like playing the game and like announcing the game to myself.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I don't know why, but I just enjoyed doing it. So I'd probably do something like that. But
Okay.
I mean, or I would try to maybe, I don't know. That's the thing is like, I think YouTube and streaming and all this is just kind of just came to me, and like I've always really enjoyed it. So it's one of those things where even as I change and evolve with everything, I still enjoy doing it.
Like I know exactly what I would want to do if I was not like if I was not doing what I do now. Like there's no question.
What?
I love the idea of it, like, because I've done it, like, for multiple people. I love the idea of being a life coach.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like my friend Little Ben, like when he was, like, long story short, a long time ago in my changing my life video, I talk about how I used to be like up near 300 pounds. And I remember I had a conversation with my friend Little Ben in his bedroom, and we sort of both said, like, dude, let's lose like 60 pounds together. And it was like, all right, let's do this. And I went out and I started losing the weight, and he didn't. And soon enough, I had lost like 30 pounds, and he had actually gained like 10 or 15. And I don't know how big Little Ben ever really got to in terms of weight. It wouldn't surprise me, though, if he got somewhere in the territory of 315, 320, somewhere like that in terms of weight. Yeah. And so then, you know, he just started coming to me, and he was like, oh, you know, like, what are you doing, like, to like lose this weight? And I started giving him advice, like, oh, this is what you should do. And then, like, I've had, like, you know, smaller YouTubers talk to me on Discord and whatnot and be like, oh, how do I grow my YouTube channel? And I'm like, oh, let me teach you how to do it. Or like sometimes, like, I do investing. You know, we've talked a little bit about that in past Two Nerds podcast episodes. So sometimes people will talk to me about investing, like, oh, how do I get into investing? What do I invest in? And I'm like, oh, this is what you do. And this is one of the things that really like kind of like fucked with my head for the past 2 years is like I'm usually the bar setter. Like, you know, like I'm the one riding in front, and, you know, Little Ben is, you know, trying to, you know, keep up on the mountain bike, and I'm telling him, like, you know, yes, you can, like, come on, man, let's do this. Don't give up, like, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, you know, I'm usually the one like giving the advice and like helping people and blah, blah, blah. And it was so weird for me to have to humble myself and, you know, go to, you know, friends and family and like therapists and stuff and say, now I need help. Like, I'm the one that needs help now. and like, you know, hearing their advice. And then it was a very humbling experience. I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm very, very thankful for it. Like everything that happened, like, oh my gosh, so thankful for it. I just learned so much, got challenged in so many ways. And I feel I feel unstoppable now, especially like the past, like, you know, few days. I've just been like a train, losing weight rapidly. Like my whole life is under control right now. And it feels fantastic. And I'm really excited to share that like more and more, like with the YouTube audience and with, you know, the Twitch community and whatnot. And it's just like, there's just a lot of excitement, for like the first time in a long time, in my life. And, meeting new people and networking, it's cool. So I like the idea of being a life coach. I like being that guy who I will go and climb the mountain to show you that, yes, you can too. Like, I'll do it. That is
very you.
Yeah. Like, I actually have a goal, like, spoiler, I actually want to get into mountain climbing. And I would like to maybe climb a mountain as like one of my videos in the future. Like just climbing a mountain, the ropes, like all of it. I've never done that before, but that's like, that scares the hell out of me. But that's why I got to do it. Like there's a lot that I want to do, man. Like there's a lot. Yeah.
Including writing a book.
Yes. Yeah. We haven't talked about that, but yeah, we got to. Sure, this right now, like my focus is kind of like getting my YouTube channel back together because I've kind of been like just like jacking off on it like the past like year or so.
Yeah.
Like it's just been on autopilot, for a lack of a better word.
It's kind of what I've been too. Just kind of getting it back on track. And now I'm really happy because I feel like I have gotten it back on track and on top of my Warhammer channel and all that. So I'm really excited. But it's one of those things where people think like, oh, you know, they gave up on writing the book again or like whatever. But like, it never really, I don't give up on writing the book. It just kind of gets put on the back burner where I'm like, all right, I'm not going to work on this quite yet, but I still take notes where I'm like, oh, this would be a good book idea or like things like that. So I mean, I'm never not wanting to write the book. It's just finding the time and kind of putting it more on the, or kind of finishing all the other things and being like, all right, now I can focus on this again.
Yeah, like I have a whiteboard in my hallway where it's my goal board where I write down like things that I'm trying to do, goals that I'm trying to accomplish. Like right now, I am saving up to get a new mountain bike. I'm also investing more money, just for like passive income's sake. I am paying off my medical debt, and and like pretty much most of my goals right now, to be real, involve money. You know, they involve money. And so at the moment, like because of that, you know, being that, you know, my job is, you know, part being a YouTuber as well as a streamer and, you know, selling merch, you know, crensloth.com, Nixxiom Corner Store, by the way, link in description. Like, you know, like rebuilding my YouTube channel, you know, creating a new audience, you know, creating that momentum actually helps me achieve these goals and accomplish them. Yeah, and then like the book is a fantastic idea. Like, I mean, I've got this book in my mind. I know what I want to write. You know, we talked about it a few episodes ago. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna write this book, and or these two books, and I'm pumped to do it. It's just on the back burner at the moment. But maybe let me get things. Let me get the ball rolling with Nixxiom a little bit, and then we'll talk about that book because. Yeah. I mean, I can write that book. Like, dude, like I'll write that book in 1 week.
Yeah.
like I'll do it. So that'd be cool. But no, it's like you said, it's not that it's forgotten. It's just sometimes you kind of have to put it on the back burner and focus on like your other money makers. And then once you get a little bit of free time through, you know, maybe you got a good sponsorship or like you got some good passive income, that's when you can be like, okay, I got some free time now. I can focus on, you know, building a new income source. In this case, selling a book. So every time it sells, you know, you get your little commission. Like, ooh, I got $4. Thank you. It's kind of like when you sell a T-shirt. You know? So it's cool.
It is
excellent.
Cool. And you get to tell a story, which I think both of us are good at from making so many Machinima things. Which I wouldn't even say it's because of the Machinima. I would say we made Machinimas because we like telling stories.
That's why you got to watch my new video, because I think you're really going to like it, because I tell a story.
Huh. All right.
Like, all my videos going forward, I'm a storyteller. Like, I love telling stories. You love telling stories. It's something we have in common. Mm-hmm. Like, and so one of the things I quickly said when it was like, like, what do these new videos on my channel look like? I'm like, dude, tell stories. Like, don't sit there and give information. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to lose 50 pounds and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Like, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. No, show yourself. Like, talk about the experience. Like, and that's what you get in like the first part, Changing My Life. And then I'm working on these other story videos. And I'm thinking about, I was telling Crendor before we started recording this, that I'm working on this, this Warhammer video. And I mentioned that I might re-record it. And the reason why I might re-record it is because I almost feel like I want to turn that video into a story. Like, because the whole premise is just, oh, why is Warhammer such a cool hobby? Like, that's just the whole premise of the video. But, like, I kind of want to make it more of, like a story. Like, instead of just being like, oh, it's cool because, Space Marines are cool and Skaven are cool and Lizard Men are cool. Like, listen to my opinion, LOL. Maybe I want to make it more of like a story. Like, this is what I thought about Warhammer. This is how I got into it. This is what I've experienced since getting into it. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. You guys should definitely check it out. Because I feel like that would be more interesting, right?
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I definitely think so.
All right. So you stamp of approval on this re-record and make it more of a story.
I'll give it a stamp.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
A stamp. All right, cool. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after we get done recording this, I'm going to take me a nap for like 2 hours and then wake up, and then it'll probably be about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm just going to edit for the rest of the night until the sun comes up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Do you got any, like I'm talking about my changes and whatnot, and, like, that's all cool, blah, 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 Nixxiom cool. But what about you? Like, you got any goals, like any ambitions, like something that you really, really want to do other than write that book? Where are you improving?
Let's see. I'd say mainly just growing my YouTube channels has been like my biggest goal.
Okay.
Kind of like flipping my main channel around so that it's growing more than like being stagnant or declining. And then growing my Warhammer channel. So I'd say those have been my two biggest goals. And in terms of like progressing with them, it's honestly going really well. So I'm pretty excited with that. And then Twitch is kind of the thing where that was my goal for a while, was like grow on Twitch. But now Twitch has just become more of a kind of like, it is what it is. Some months are better than others. Some days are better than others. And it's like, I would say Twitch is probably the most profitable thing, but at the same time, I don't like it being the main thing because just for my mental sanity, I just prefer having a variety of stuff to do, and that's what I guess that would be my goal, is just variety. And that's wise. That's kind of what I'm doing right now, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, I mean, going back to like one of the earlier episodes of Two Nerds podcast, it's like, get ready. Here comes, basic business advice 101. You open up any business book at that, your local Barnes and Noble, this is going to be in chapter 1. What is one of the biggest mistakes that people make, and why do they struggle with money? Because you only have one income source, job. That's it. Yep. Like, you got to make more. We talked about the book earlier. It's like, okay, all right, you got like your YouTube channel, you got your Twitch stream, you got your investments, you're selling merchandise, you're selling a book now, you're doing this, you're doing that. Like, the more you've got, the better. That way, Crendor was just saying, Twitch is charity. Like, there's no guarantee someone's going to gift you 100 subs throughout the month. There's no guarantee. And so the thing is, if Twitch has a bad month, who cares? Maybe you sold a lot of Crensloth, pants. Cool. Oh, well, Crensloth.com ain't doing that well because people ain't going to Crensloth.com in the Nixxiom Corner store. Yeah, that's right. I'm looking at you. You sitting there listening to this. That's right. Not you. But like, I'm talking about the weary traveler that's listening. No, like maybe you have a bad month there. It's fine. Like, because hey, this other source did pretty good, and it kind of like balanced it out a little bit. Like that's what you do. Like you just create as many little like little trickles of water that you can until eventually those trickles of water turn into a mighty river. And then eventually you create more and more rivers until you have an ocean. And like that's it. Like it's really that simple. And so that's one reason why I want to write the book. Like it's like dude, like why not? Like why not add the book? Like some mom named Karen one day, she'll buy it on Amazon and be like, I want to read this book. It looks real good, real funny. And then she buys it. I'm like, yeah. And I got like my $4 or $5 commission from it. I'm like, yeah. Passive income at its finest. Thank you, Karen. Shelby, whatever you want to call her. Yeah, dude.
I like that book.
That book was real good. I like the character. He was a good character.
Then one day we'll get to be like, hey, instead of buying our merch, buy our book.
Exactly. Or you could buy both.
Whoa! Or you could buy merch of our book characters. Oh my God, that's a whole new line.
We'll literally take a picture of our books and put it on a t-shirt. So not only do you get the excitement of a shirt, you get the excitement of owning the book in picture form on the shirt.
It's just a picture of the book on a shirt.
Like literally just like a shitty like phone picture of like the book like sitting on a table, and just like copy paste that image onto a shirt. There it is.
God damn it.
2 for the price of 1. What a deal.
Honestly, that is a deal.
That's a deal.
That is a deal.
Yeah, dude. All right. So you got any ideas for like your YouTube channel, like going forward? Like any thoughts? Are you gonna give us more? Like in my opinion, I noticed on your channel that your non-content is like people love it.
Yeah.
Like maybe you should. I'm gonna say it. Mm-hmm. Maybe you should give the people more real life Crendor.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think?
I want to do more non-content, but at the same time, I don't want to overdo it. I feel like you can't just overdo it because everybody's demanding it. I feel like that's just, then you're gonna get full, right?
Yeah.
And you get full, you're gonna throw up all over the table and be like, I'm not gonna eat that anymore.
Yeah.
But if you just keep giving a little bit of time, I think I can get up it a little bit. At least like one non-content a week, I think is my new goal.
All right.
I think that's a solid. Because I think right now it's only doing like 1 or 2 a month. So I think 1 a week. It's like 4 a month. It's a little better. And then still haven't. I'm gonna make a new Blood Bowl video on like how to play Blood Bowl or just like how to understand Blood Bowl, because people still watch it and they're like, I love Blood Bowl, but I still have no idea what's going on.
I've never played it.
It's great. I mean, it's based in the Warhammer universe.
Yeah, like it would literally be a video for me because I would like to play it. I've seen you play it, but I don't know how to play it.
Yeah, and like some of my best videos are still Blood Bowl videos. People love it from my my leagues I stream on Twitch. So I was like, screw it, I'll make a new video on like how to understand Blood Bowl. That's what I'll just call it, how to understand Blood Bowl.
There you go.
And then I actually been doing like my WoW leveling again. Not like a whole lot, usually like 1 a week. But I actually really enjoy doing my WoW leveling, and I forgot how much I enjoy it.
You mean that troll?
Yeah, the troll.
Oh my! What level are you?
82.
Oh my God! How long have you been doing?
Like, Crendor, when you started this series, I was in high school, and now I have a job and a family.
Hold on,
like, don't worry.
Hold on, Crendor leveling. Episode 1. There he is. Yep. 7 years ago. Shut up, Crendor. I don't want to listen to you.
Shut up.
I'm trying to listen to Crendor. 7 years ago. He started in 2000. No, he started in 2012.
Yes, I'm 8.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
an 8-year challenge.
People being like, dude, yeah, I was like, I started watching this in high school. I have like a kid now. Shit like that. I'm like, shit,
I was
dude.
20 back then. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I love it.
Gonna hit max level soon. Just wait.
The WoW will be dead by the time. You'll be literally leveling on an emulator server.
Probably, if that's what it takes.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Crendor, on WoW emulator.
And then I've just been doing pointless top 10s. It's funny because like I've actually enjoyed making these pointless top 10s, and the last two only have like 16,000 and like 11,000 views, but like I still really enjoyed making them. So I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna keep making them.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, so I'm doing that. Doing more fishing with Crendors. I want to hit 100 fishing with Crendors. I want to interview 100 people. I guess I've interviewed multiple people twice, including you, but I still want to hit 100.
Yeah. What episode are you at now?
56. Well, I'll be going on 57.
You should interview someone very unexpected. You should interview like your dad. Fishing with my dad.
That would be funny.
Yeah, like just for like it'll be a Father's Day special.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Father's Day happened. Like
well,
a month ago.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Also, like a year from now.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I did one with Kat. It was like a minute long.
Oh, did you? I didn't see that one. Fishing with Kat.
He has like toy fish with catnip in it, and I tied it to a string, and I just threw it out, and he was like attacking it or something.
Maybe I have seen that. Fishing with Crendor. Cat.
Yeah,
there it is. 51. Cat. I love it.
So yeah, I mean, I've really just I've just been enjoying it and then my Warhammer channel's my other thing. I've actually been doing on the Warhammer channel some like tips for new people getting into Warhammer. So if you've been seeing us get into Warhammer, you'll probably like my latest videos.
Let's check it out.
I'm actually over 4,000 subscribers now on that channel.
Oh wait, I typed in WoW Hammer. No wonder I couldn't find you.
It's I made one choosing an army in Warhammer Sigmar 40K, and then I made tools for Warhammer miniature building and painting.
Look at that. Yeah, 4,000 subs. It seems like you just started with that channel too.
I know. It's not even a year old. It's like 6 months old.
Are you plugging it a lot?
I mean, I am plugging it a lot.
Like, where do you plug it? In your YouTube videos, on your stream? Like,
I'll plug it on my stream. I'll plug it in I've made a couple YouTube videos plugging it. I think I plugged it a couple times on Cox and Crendor. I've plugged it here. So, I mean, getting the word out. And then I got a lot of views from the latest 40K box everybody wanted. So I built up my Necrons. Those got like almost 3,000 views on one of them, and then 2.5, 1.5. So
nice.
Yeah, and then I just sometimes I'll make videos like that. Sometimes I'll literally just make a video of me building shit. Sometimes I'll make a video of me painting shit. Or sometimes I'll make a video of me talking about some Warhammer thing.
Sometimes I make a video about me talking about some shit.
I'm actually going to do some more battle reports. That's what I wanted to do today.
All right.
Which is like where two units fight against each other. Well, technically a battle report is like two armies fight against each other, but I take it to like a non-content level and do like just two units fight each other.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. We actually need to it could be like next week's episode because we haven't done this in a while. We were supposed to put one episode of Two Nerds Podcast on our respective YouTube channels, the primary ones, to advertise it every month, if you remember.
Yeah.
So we got to do that, but we need a topic. So if anybody has like a good topic, like something like, it would fit perfectly on, Crendor and Nixxiom, like that would be really cool. Taking some suggestions. We'll do that for next week.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, man. I know that you gotta get going here pretty soon. I gotta go take this nap.
Yeah.
So how about we call it here?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, I did the intro, so you can do the outro.
Thanks for listening, everybody. If you're new here, click that subscribe notification, like bell, all that stuff. And make sure to subscribe to our other channels, just WoW Crendor and Nixxiom and Warhammer Crendor and Nixxiom.
Everything Nixxiom.
Yeah. Watch Nixxiom's new video.
Yep.
I need to do that.
Yep.
So I'll do it as well.
Yep.
And yeah,
Pretty much it.
yeah.
All right. I got nothing to say. So, I mean, if you say whatever you want and then give the final word. Oh, wait. Nixxiom Corner Store, crensloth.com. Okay.
Oh
done.
yeah. All right. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you.